Good afternoon, students. Welcome to the online class of Biology for Engineering. In our last class, we were discussing about the Unit 3, that is Genetics and Evolution. We shall continue with this Unit 3, Genetics and Evolution. The next topic, what we are going to study here in this unit is Mendel's Law. Mendel, he has done his experiments on the edible pea plant, and after doing his experiments on this pea plant, he has given some interesting phenomenon related to this monohybrid cross and dihybrid cross. He has proposed these basic principles based on his experiments on pea plant as monohybrid cross and dihybrid cross. So in our today's session, we'll discuss about this. Mendel has chosen this edible pea plant for his experiments because pea plants are easy to handle and they are having short generation time. And he has crossed these pea plants repeatedly. Mendel crossed pea plants repeatedly. He has crossed some tall pea plants with short pea plants. And he has proposed these principles basing on his experiments with pea plants as monohybrid crosses and dihybrid crosses. So this is the topic what we are going to study in our today's online session, that is monohybrid crosses and dihybrid cross. The experiments done by the Mendel on the pea plant. The hybridization experiments done by the Mendel when he crossed the pea plants. The tall pea plants were crossed with short pea plants, and he has obtained some basic general principles as monohybrid cross and dihybrid cross. So this is the topic, monohybrid crosses, what we are going to study in our today's online session. So monohybrid cross is an experiment between two parent generation that is differing in only one character. The character what we are considering in the pea plant is tall plant, and the second plant, the character what Mendel has considered is the dwarf plant. So in a monohybrid cross is a cross between two parents. This is one of the parent and this is the another parent, differing with only one character. Which character? Tall plant. The plant what he has considered is a tall plant, and this is the another parent, short plant or a dwarf plant. Only one character he has considered, Mendel has considered in his monohybrid cross. So monohybrid cross is an experiment between two parental generation. These are the two parents that is differing in only one character. Which character? Here the plant is either tall or dwarf or short plant. Tall plant, we are writing the genotypes as capital T and capital T. Dwarf plant or the short plant, we are writing the genotypes as small t and small t. This genotype is the genetic makeup of an individual organism or the plant for a particular character, we are representing by a pair of letters, that is capital T and capital T. This genotype will represent a particular character, the character that is tall here in the pea plant. So monohybrid cross is the experiment between two parental generation that is differing in one character here. Which character we are considering? Tall character in one plant and the dwarf or the short character in the another plant. So it's a cross between two parents differing in a single pair of character. Is nothing but the mono means single pair of character we are considering here. So in one of his experiment, Mendel, he has crossed a tall plant with a dwarf plant, short plant. The offsprings or the progeny of this cross are all tall. These are the gametes. Capital T is giving the gamete that is capital T, and small t is giving the gamete small t, and these gametes are combining and forming capital T and small t. This we call it as heterozygous tall. Heterozygous. This pair of genes, two genes here, one letter is in upper case and the other one is in lower case. So heterozygous is a condition here. We are representing a gene with a particular character. In heterozygous condition, one letter will be capital letter, the other letter will be in the small letter. This we call it as heterozygous. This is homozygous. Both the letters will be represented with either capital letters or small letters. We call it as homozygous. Capital T, both are in uppercase. This is homozygous condition. This is also homozygous condition. Small t. Genes of a pair of character are represented with small letter or capital letter are homozygous condition. This genes of a pair of characters are represented with one letter in capital letter and the other letter in lowercase or the small letter. We call it as heterozygous. Heterozygous tall. So the offsprings produced from these parents is heterozygous tall. This is F1. F1 here is the first filial generation. This F1 is the first filial generation. It is referring to the offsprings produced from the cross between the parental generation. These are the parental generations and these are producing this offsprings in the F1 generation. That is F1 first filial generation. It is nothing but the offsprings produced from the cross between the parental generations. Whatever the offsprings produced from the parent generations are considered here in F1, that is nothing but heterozygous tall. So again, these are the offsprings produced from the parental generation. These plants from the F1 generation were allowed to self-pollinate again. These offsprings, these are the F1 offsprings, they are allowed to self-pollinate, selfing. F1, these and these are the offsprings produced from the F1 generations. They were allowed to self-pollinate here. Self-pollination was done on this F1 generation. When these F1 plants were allowed to self-pollinate here, both tall and dwarf plants were appearing in 3:1 ratio, and that 3:1 ratio is the phenotypic ratio. Phenotypic ratio here is nothing but, phenotype means the physical appearance of a particular character. Physical appearance, that is nothing but the tall plant, how the parent plant is appearing, either it is tall or dwarf or short. The physical appearance of a particular character in this pea plant is nothing but the phenotypic ratio or the phenotypes. So the phenotypic ratio here is 3:1. So when these F1 offsprings were self-pollinated, when these plants were allowed to self-pollinate, tall and dwarf plants appeared in 3:1 ratio. See here, 3 tall plants and 1 dwarf plant appeared. When we see physically, that is nothing but the phenotypic ratio. But when we see the genotypic ratio, it is 1:2:1. Here 1 is homozygous tall, that is capital T, and the other is homozygous dwarf, small t, and we have 2 heterozygous tall, capital T, capital T, small t. So the genotypic ratio is becoming 1:2:1. So we have discussed about the homozygous condition. Both will be represented here with either uppercase or lowercase, that is homozygous. And if one of the pair of character in a gene is represented with one capital letter and the other small letter, we call it as heterozygous. These two are heterozygous and these two are homozygous. A gene of a particular character represented either with both upper letter, both capital letters, or both small letters, or the lowercase, we call it as homozygous condition. If both are in uppercase, we call it as tall, and both in the lowercase, we call it as dwarf character or the short character. So this is about the monohybrid cross. A cross between two parents that is differing in one character. The character what the Mendel has considered here is in one of the plant tall and the other plant dwarf. Only one character he has considered, that's why we call it as monohybrid cross. Next we have dihybrid crosses. So dihybrid crosses, Mendel he has done his experiments on pea plants with yellow round seeds with green wrinkled seeds. Dihybrid cross here, it means a cross between two parents. This is one of the parent with yellow and round seeds, and this is the another parent with green and wrinkled seeds. The seeds here are round and the seed here is somewhat in wrinkled condition. So in this dihybrid cross, he has considered two characters. One of the character is yellow, the color, and the other character is round seeds and the wrinkled seeds. So a dihybrid cross is a cross between two parents with two characters, that is yellow and round seeds and green and wrinkled seeds. So a dihybrid cross is an experiment done by the Mendel between two parental generations that is differing in two characters. Di means two characters he has considered, that is color and shape of the seed. Pea plant with yellow and round seeds and a pea plant with green and wrinkled seeds, he has crossed and done the self-pollination between the parental generation. And when Mendel has crossed this pea plant having yellow and round seeds and another pea plant with green and wrinkled seeds, these are the gametes, capital Y, capital R, small y, small r are the gametes produced by the cross between parental generation having yellow and round seeds, pea plant with yellow and round seeds and another pea plant with green and wrinkled seeds. These gametes have produced the first generation offsprings. F1 is the first generation offsprings, and these offsprings were found to have yellow and round seeds. Yellow and round seeds. The F1 generation were found to have yellow and round seeds in heterozygous condition. This is heterozygous condition. Capital Y, capital R, small r. This is heterozygous condition we have discussed just now in our previous slide, and this is homozygous condition. Capital Y, capital R, capital R. So when this F1 plants, these are the F1 plants, they were allowed to cross among themselves again to produce the second generation, that is F2 generation. F1 plants were again allowed to cross among themselves to produce the F2 generations. So these are the F1 generation, that is heterozygous yellow round seeds. Yellow round seeds in heterozygous condition were allowed to cross among themselves, and these are the gametes, 4 gametes of F1 generation: capital Y, capital R, capital Y, small r, small y, capital R, small y, small r. These are the gametes of F1 generation. Of one parent, and these are the gametes of F1 generation. When these in F2 generation, they are producing this 4 different types of seeds, that is yellow round, green round, yellow wrinkled, green wrinkled. So 4 different types of seeds appeared here in the F2 generation, that is in ratio. When we see physically, that is phenotypic ratio of this dihybrid cross is 9:3:1. So from this data we conclude that 4 types of seeds are appeared: yellow seeds, green round seeds, yellow wrinkled seeds, green wrinkled seeds. And in this dihybrid cross, Mendel has taken 2 sets of characters here, that is the seed color yellow and the seed shape, either it is round or wrinkled. So this is about dihybrid cross. Next we have is evidence of law of inheritance. Mendel was the first to explain about the inheritance. Here, inheritance is the transmission of characters from parents to offsprings from one generation to other generation. So Mendel was the first to explain involved in the mechanism of inheritance by his experiments with pea plant. Just now we have seen he has concluded this laws of inheritance in nature, and he has proposed this universally accepted laws, that is the first one, the law of phenomenon of law of dominance, and the second one, law of segregation, and the third one, law of independent assortment. So we'll discuss about this law of inheritance. The first one here is the phenomenon of dominance. Dominance here. The dominant characters are the characters that are appearing in the F1 hybrids. The characters that appear in the F1 hybrids, we call it as dominant characters, and the characters that are not appearing are the recessive characters. The phenomenon of dominance here is recognized by the Mendel, and in a cross of parents, only one form of the character will be appearing in the next generation. Only the dominant character will be appearing in the next generations. When Mendel has crossed pea plants, the parent pea plants, only one of the character, that is the dominant character, will be appearing in the next generation. That is nothing but the phenomenon of dominance. Only the dominant character will appear in the F1 hybrids or in the F1 generation. This is the phenomenon of dominance as recognized by Mendel. Offsprings will have only the dominant character in the phenotype. These are the different possible genotypes for the height of the pea plant as mentioned here in this table, basing on the experiments or the crosses of parents between pea plant. Possible genotypes. Next we have here is law of segregation. Law of segregation. Here it's nothing but this law states that segregation, it states that heterozygote. This is the heterozygous condition. Example, we can take capital R and small r. A dominant and a recessive allele are present here. They are remaining together without mixing with each other, this heterozygous condition, and they are finally separating or segregating. Segregation is nothing but separation from each other. They finally separate or segregate and they are producing gametes. So segregation here is nothing but separation of gametes producing the dominant or the recessive character. So here in this table you can see red flower pea plant. Red flower pea plant is crossed with white flower pea plant. Red flower plant we are representing with capital R, and white flower plant we are representing it with small r, small r. So these are the parents. These parents are crossed here. They are producing this offsprings, that is 100% red flowered pea plants. So genotypes, we have discussed genotypes are the genes. These genes having two alleles are nothing but the genotypes. Phenotype are the physical characters, how they are physically, how they are appearing, whether white or red flower pea plant. So this F1 generation, the F1 offsprings, here again they are allowed to self-pollinate and they are producing these two types of gametes, that is capital R, small r, and capital R, small r. These are the genotypes. And phenotype, physically when we see, they are red flowers. And these are the offsprings of the F1 generations. Genotypically, 25% will be capital R, 50% will be capital R, small r, 25% will be small r. Phenotypically, when we see 75% are red flower pea plants and 25% are white flower pea plants. Next we have law of independent assortment. Mendel, he has explained about this law of independent assortment from the results of dihybrid cross. This is the dihybrid cross we have discussed just now. According to this law, these genes or the factors for a particular character here in a parent, that is which character, yellow round character, they are separating here independently from one another and they are forming the gametes, different gametes. Capital Y, small capital R is the two alleles of a particular gene and small y, small r is the another allele of a particular gene with the character green and wrinkled seeds. This is capital Y, capital R is representing the character yellow and round seeds. So this characters present in the parent, they are separating here independent from one another and producing the different gametes. This is the law of independent assortment and it is producing here 4 types of gametes in equal proportion. You can see 4 types of gametes are produced. Capital Y, capital R, capital Y, small r, small y, capital R, small y, small r. So different pairs of characters present in the parent, they assort, nothing but separate, independent from one another and they are producing the different gametes here. So dihybrid crosses is related to this law of independent assortment from the Mendel's experiment. So thank you students, that's all for today's class and we'll start with unit 4 in our next session. We have completed unit 3 in our today's session.